So we're here at the CCA workbench, and
Yes.
it's that time in the show where we talk about new products. And obviously,
we're proving yet again that you can put a big camo on an elephant but still see the elephant. That's what we're doing.
you know, we can find all these cool products at Academy, Dave. But
Yes, sir.
what should we, hard baits or something that a lot of the guys are talking about?
Right, well, these are a bunch of the Rapala ones. We've got some of the twitching mullet there, which is a really beautiful color. Brand new color for these as well. Also have a little pinfish there in that same style of bait. Everything eats these things. Anything that'll eat a mullet or a pilchard will eat that. As far as inshore, snook, redfish, ladyfish, everything.
Big
will
trout.
Eat especially a big trout will eat that too. They also come with the mangrove minnow style there, which is that color.
New color, yeah.
And the pilchard as well. And this is, I think this is the pilchard right here.
This is the pilchard.
Right.
Now this is the subwalk, Dave,
Right.
which, I think one of the big mistakes that we all make when we're fishing hard baits is that we don't match the silhouette or
Right.
the shape like we should.
Correct.
So if you're fishing
Size
something
is
that
very
looks like
important, too.
pogie
Right.
or looks like a white bait or a pilchard, then you're going to obviously want the twitching mullet.
Right.
But if you got something that really looks sardine-like, or obviously this looks like a finger mullet in
Yes,
a
it does.
huge way, you could throw the subwalk, a suspending bait. Then we obviously, this is the bigger size
With a lip.
twitching minnow, as well as we get these in all the different, what is that? What does that say? I can't even
Mangrove
read it.
minnow. That one's
Yeah.
the mangrove minnow, and this is the pilchard actually.
This is an X-Wrap long.
Yeah, right.
And what it's designed to do is it's loaded inside. You can feel its weight, Dave.
Yep, long cast.
It can cast it. That's
A
right.
long
Long
way.
cast.
Yep, that's a
exactly.
long
That's what it's
cast.
designed for. Single inline hooks.
Right, that keeps you from tearing apart those trout and stuff you're going to let go.
Yeah.
We don't want to mess them up if we're going to let them go. That's for sure.
All right. So, not always is the hard bait the way to go.
That's right.
So then we're gonna go soft bait.
360 GT Coastal. These are all the new soft baits that Storm is coming out with. Storm is under the Rapala umbrella, and they've got the shrimp. That's a little 3-inch shrimp, and that is the really cool the tail. It's got a really neat tail on it that's made to keep this bait in the proper orientation.
Right.
It won't flip around. It'll sink, horizontally.
Right.
Really, trick tail is what it's called. It's a fork horizontal, and it comes in mango minnow as well as the shrimp.
And do these come with a hook in
They
the package?
come with 1 hook and 3 baits. And if they're all VMC hooks, some of them are weighted, some of them are not. These actually come with a jig head, the tails here.
So this is a paddle tail.
Correct, a paddle
swim
tail.
bait, which a lot
Right.
of guys refer to it.
Correct. And Storm 360. That's a beautiful color as well.
Yeah.
They all come with a coastal black VMC hook. So when you hook them, you're not going to let them go.
So we've talked about 832 in the past,
Correct.
but what makes this different, Dave?
Well, look at it. It's blue and white and blue and blue and blue and white. It's the camo.
Exactly.
It's their new camo.
Coastal camo.
Coastal camo, and it's made for guys who are fishing in blue water against a blue sky with some clouds in there, and it's supposed to mimic the environment around it, so it kind of hopes that it makes it disappear. Doesn't matter if it disappears or not, because if they eat this thing with this on it, you're going to catch them. They don't have a problem eating it even when it's white, but I imagine this will even be better. A
The
little
great
stealthy.
part about this, even though this is just a little spool, 150
Coming
yard
on big
filler
spools
spool,
now.
up to 3,500 yards.
Yeah, that's a
in
3
all
pound
the
spool
different colors.
probably.
White,
Yep.
green, whatever it may be.
You can get some huge ones. Well, these are new, moving on, these are the Williamson jigs. These are some of the butterfly jigs, slow falling flutters. It's called the Koika. And they come in from, 3.5 ounces all the way up to that big, like a 9 ounce here.
Right.
And what's great about these is though, they're asymmetrical. They're weighted in the middle perfectly. So these things just flutter. When you kick it up once and then let it fall, it flutters perfectly horizontal.
The shape of it is just so unique.
Very nice. And they
like
also
a diamond,
they also have a UV coating in them too. So it really picks up that UV, and everything likes that UV. And you can't hardly beat these things. When you put these on braid, you can feel every tap in really deep water, catch all kinds of really big deep water fish.
Wow. That was a lot.
Yes, it was.
Excellent work over here. You know, Bree, you know about fishing these Williamson jigs. We were doing a Sportsman's Adventure episode, and you were slamming the blackfin tunas.
I was slaying the blackfin tunas, absolutely. On the koikas, I think it is. It's definitely a koika.